most students who take procurement-related studies tend to do so with employment in mind. And then there are those who think of starting their own businesses. This is where you end up with questions like, how do procurement companies make money? How to start a procurement company? Or even something like, what are some procurement business ideas? Okay, first of all, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, okay, if you haven't subscribed to Zerite Network, kindly do so, okay? And we're going to, we do put out a lot of content, okay, on procurement, business, and all that. And so if you haven't, do subscribe. And if you've subscribed and you somehow think this content can be helpful to people you know, of course, share them and tag us on social media at Zerite Network. The truth is, procurement is a business function, okay? And the professionals in this field are always looking to buy goods and services at the right quality, right quantity, right place, right time, and right price. So with that, how do you really turn that into a business, okay? How do you turn something that is actually a business function into a business? Well, simple. You start by understanding supply chain. See, all businesses have inputs which are processed into output in the form of goods and services. Or to put it in a simple way, basically to put it in the supply chain's perspective, okay? A business will have its suppliers who may also have their suppliers. This is what is called upstream part of the supply chain. The same business will have its customers who may also have their customers. So this part is called the downstream operation or the downstream part of the supply chain. Now, whether you're looking at the upstream or the downstream operations, things have to be of the right quality and quantity, delivered or bought at the right place and the right time for the right price. Are you starting to see how all this comes together? I mean, the question is, which part of the supply chain are you good at? Or which problem in the supply chain can you solve and get paid for? That's the thing, okay? With business, everything just comes down to, there is a problem. Can you solve that problem? And will people pay you for that solution? So it doesn't really matter which profession or which field you are in. In fact, whatever business idea you've identified, whether it's logistics, CRM software, or selling information on commodity needed by companies, you're going to have to start by understanding the following. So number one, conduct proper market research. Okay? Remember, just because you have an idea, okay, or just because you're good at something, doesn't mean that people are going to pay you for whatever it is that you're good at. So this is just one of those situations where you're like, I'm passionate about this thing, and you need passion. Yeah, good. That's because you don't want to, it only helps you. The whole passion thing is supposed to just help you not to be depressed tomorrow. But the truth is, if nobody's interested in the solution that you're providing, then that's just it. Okay, they're going to pay you for that. So, conduct market research. A guy just starting their business may not be in a position to pay for your high-end ERP software or buy you a list of properly vetted South African companies to import grains from. So the point is that you need to have information on where you can actually offer value, okay, and get paid for the value that you're offering. So find out who your potential clients are and what their pain is, okay? Don't just rush because, here's the thing. If you don't conduct proper market research before you start a business, it won't be too long before you notice the problem with that. In fact, that problem is going to be reflected on your income statement. Okay? It's going to be negative. You're going to be making nothing basically. So, proper market research. Number two, how profitable is the niche? A business is an economic activity undertaken with an aim of making profit. Everything else is just that. It's everything else. Okay? It doesn't really matter which strategy you use. You can pick any of the three generic strategies. If the niche you've chosen isn't a profitable one, then you're going to make any profit irrespective of whatever strategy you're using. Okay? Being in a position to reduce costs of production, hence increasing margins, having unique products, or focusing in a specific segment and ignoring others. These are some of the three, okay? The three ways of gaining competitive advantage, the three generic competitive advantage strategies. But the truth is, as I said, if the niche is poorly chosen, if you've chosen something that isn't profitable, then your strategy doesn't matter. So you have to ensure that the niche you've chosen is one that is going to be profitable. Some of the niches, okay? Niche. Some of the niches that you may want to consider, and I'm not saying that these are the only ones, okay? These are just some that from the top of, So the ones that you may want to consider will include things like pharmaceutical, medical equipment, construction, business materials, technology and software solutions, etc. I mean, look, if you are interested in, learning how to develop a business plan and, present it or pitch it to investors, there's a link in the video description, or just head over to zeritnetwork.com. Now that link will lead you to a series of video tutorials that I've done on that will guide you through preparation of a business plan, how to write one, and how to pitch it. There's a template that you're going to use, basically PDF, download, use it. So check that out, okay? And then, learn how to do a business plan, because at the end of the day, with all these things in place, you're still not going to need, a properly done business plan. So let's move on to the next one, number 3. Check relevant legal boxes. So while operations, finances, and marketing, basically, what exactly are you doing? Or rather, how are you going to do whatever it is that you're doing? How will you finance it? And how will people become aware of your products, your services, your existence? While those things are important, those things are going to help you to be profitable in the business, okay? They'll help you to make profit. But the boring part, the business law, the corporate law, which you might actually consider as the boring part of the business, that is always going to help you to hold on to your business, to keep your business, okay? There are a lot of people out there who want to take what you have. I mean, the government is one of them, all right? So think about it. You are going to pay taxes, probably 30%, 40%, 50%, depending on which country you are in. And then whatever you are left with. So let's say you are dating some person who's unfaithful, and then they decide to divorce you, or you're married to one, they decide to divorce you, take half of what you have so that they can go and live with the idiot they're cheating with. Now they've taken the other half that the government left you with. So to avoid those problems, you really need to ensure that your business is properly incorporated. Because if you're running a sole proprietor business, at some point companies won't even want to deal with you. Okay? So these are things which, of course, the rules regarding how to register a business will vary from one country to another. Okay? So it's not just about registration. Okay? There are permits, there are all that stuff, depending on which business you choose. In fact, as we go along, we're going to be talking about, in the next series of upcoming videos, we'll be talking about various businesses you can start, be it logistic, be it something to do with supply chain, be it whatever. The point is, if you haven't subscribed, kindly do, because, you're going to have a lot of this. But at this point, it's simple, really. Ensure that you check out all the legal boxes. If you don't know something, ask. Okay? Find a lawyer, ask them. Ask somebody who's good at that. Okay? Anyway, ensure you check all the legal boxes. Next, leverage technology to your advantage. You see, nowadays it's hard to run a business without using tech. There are a lot of technology that are designed to save you time, basically money. The idea is to bring about efficiency in how you run your business, especially if you're just getting started and therefore you can't afford to probably hire many people. Things like ChatGPT are supposed to help you write emails. Of course, the thing with AI is that if you are daft, AI is not going to make you smart, because if you put a prompt there, the wrong one, you just get the wrong answers, and then you think the wrong feedback, and then you think that's how it's supposed to work, right? When you're using tech, okay, ensure that you're in a position to distinguish between whether something is good and something is bad. We have CRM softwares. HubSpot CRM is one of them. There's a link in the video description. You can sign up for that, okay? It's going to help you with your sales, with your marketing, with your emails. I mean, there are a number of these things, okay? System.io. So, all that stuff. So, leverage the power of technology. And some of the benefits that you get from this is that they can greatly lower your cost and increase the profitability of the business. Using better communication tools can lower the risk of mismanagement and increase efficiency. Taking advantages of free applications can considerably increase the overall productivity of the company. Using technology to enhance customer experience will multiply your sales. So don't downplay the power of technology. If it is available, use it. Okay? So something else that you have to have in place when you are starting procurement business or a supply chain related business is the right team. You need to have the right team. Basically, have the right team around you. Connections and networks, okay? Networking, basically. These are some of the things that will help most businesses to grow. So you don't start and grow a business in a vacuum, especially something like a procurement-related business. Because it is one of those situations where your expertise, your skills, your knowledge really come into play. Say something like contract management, okay? Something like negotiation skills. Okay, things like logistics, planning and all that stuff. Things like, freight, freight forwards, all that stuff. Things like carriers. Those are just examples of businesses that you can pick on in procurement or in just supply chain. And those things need expertise. It's not like starting, say something like video editing. Yes, it requires a lot of skills, but these are things you learn and then people see the results and then they hire you. But then when it comes to some of these sort of professions, the procurement, the accounting, the sort of things that require a lot of papers to prove something to someone, then people tend to be choosy. Okay. So sometimes it helps if you have the right team around you. You may not know everything. Of course, you don't know everything. Nobody does. But you need to have a team that, complements some of your weaknesses. Even if you're targeting a small niche, you will still need a proper team to take it to the next level. A successful procurement firm will require well-experienced team members with prior purchasing experience, as an example. How do you plan to have such? Right, so remember, this is just one of the initial videos or series of videos that's going to be focusing on helping procurement and supply chain professionals to start and run profitable businesses. And at this point, I'll just say, if you have a comment, leave it in the comment section. If you have a question about those sort of businesses, okay, in that field, leave it in the comment section. Obviously, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And I'll see you in the next video.